are you doing?
I'm literally just taking some pictures and some film of the building.
No, why? Why are you doing that?
Are you the manager?
Yeah, help you.
Yeah, I'm just literally. I've got these two people who've come out to talk today to see me. When I'm just having a little look at the building. Today we're going to take a look at United Rentals. Now, United Rentals. It says welcome entrance to United Rentals this way. So they do have an entrance over this way. I believe this part's public though, that I'm on now. From our early roots in mud service and vacuum boxes to our modern day expertise in containment, pumping, filtration solutions, you've got decades of experience on your side when you put United Rentals on the job. So yeah, wow. So I mean, this is some of the stuff that they've got stuff parked out on the actual highway, and this is what they must be renting. These boxes, maybe this is the containment stuff they were talking about. You can actually climb onto the top, look, so it's got the little stairs and stuff. So we've got an example of some of their stuff just out on the road there lying around for us to have a look at. We'll come back and have a look at that later. I just thought I'd get the full building, so I'm just going to cross the road because we're a bit close to a window, so I don't want to wind them up, you know what I mean? I'm not going to phone it, we're not going to go right in. But yeah, this is the building look that you're going to see from the air. You've got United Rentals that way, and then we've got kind of the main reception area there, look, and then there is a bit around the side, and look at all that metal down there. A lot of so yeah, that is United Rentals.
In this video, the auditor arrives at a site known as United Rentals, a business specializing in containment systems along with pumping and filtration equipment. Almost immediately, something catches his attention. Large storage tanks and containers are positioned along what looks like a public roadway that he begins recording the surroundings, taking a closer look at the equipment on display while also preparing to launch his drone. At this stage, the atmosphere is calm and unremarkable, more like a routine visit than anything else, however. This industrial area is shared by two neighboring properties that contrast sharply with each other, and it won't be long before the auditor realizes just how different those neighbors are.
Oh, it's Audit. What we'll do is we'll have a little look at the products down there, have a little look at the yard, and then we'll get the drone up as well. So yeah, cool. What? I can't hear you, mate, it's windy. What more? Taking pictures for? I'm just having a look at the building. Are they supposed to be parked on the public highway, those
No, we're just having a shift around the yard.
just having a shift around in the yard. What are they?
Tanks.
Tanks? Yeah. Well, obviously not military tanks, no? No.
Water tanks.
Water tanks for like filtration and stuff like that, yeah?
Yeah, they're all empty.
Right. Cool. Yeah, sorry, go on.
Where are you from, mate?
Nowhere, it's just me. I just normally go around some of these places, just have a little film about, see what's about, and see if anybody wants to explain to me what you actually do and stuff like that, and it just goes on social media then.
Oh, right, so I'm live now, am I?
No, it's not live, it's never live.
It's not, you wouldn't usually see these on the road, so you picked a bad day.
Yeah, no, that's fine then. No, I mean, I'll take your explanation, that's no problem. Just thought I'd have a look. It's good that you've told me what they actually are and stuff, so yeah, I just try to get as much information as possible, really, just to see what's going on, and that's it, really.
Yeah, we're new to the area, mate.
New to the area? How long have you been here?
Only 6 months.
Sorry, how long?
6 months.
6 months. Ah, right. And are you finding it all right?
Yeah,
All good.
yeah.
Well, yeah. It's part of the kind of documentary that I do, if you know what I mean. You haven't been so bad, you know what I mean. You get people that are.
Yeah. Well, it just looks a bit dodgy with your mask on.
Ah, right. Yeah, this is because it's social media and but basically you've nothing to fear from me. I'm just in the area at the moment. What I do is I film, I fly over with my drone, I get some aerial shots, and then I'll be out here.
An employee from United Rentals steps outside and instead of any tension, the situation turns into a calm, genuine exchange. He explains what the tanks are used for, mentions that the company has only recently set up in the area, and shows no concern about the filming. This kind of interaction shows how a simple, respectful conversation can keep things positive for everyone involved. When people communicate normally, situations tend to stay relaxed. However, the neighboring property hasn't responded yet, and their reaction is still ahead.
Cheers! There we go, look. Yeah, this is United Utilities. Oh, so, United Rentals, sorry. But these are the tanks that we were just speaking about. Obviously not military tanks. They're just for water filtration tanks or something like that, as far as I could tell from what he was saying. And they are new to the area. I think they've just moved in, he was saying. So yeah, United Rentals. These things have got temperature limits. So on there, continuous temperature 50 degrees a maximum. Intermittent, you could get away with 65 degrees. And it's got an equipment number on and everything, look. Right guys, this is the back of well, the back gate of United Rentals, where we kind of started out. What I just wanted to do is just give you kind of a look. So you can see a load of those units there that have been kind of moved over those tanks. And there is quite a few more of those tanks there in the yard as well. A lot going on as well. You've got the kind of trucks backing in and out, and then you've got the forklift in there as well. That's the guy that we originally spoke to.
The auditor then shifts focus, examining the tanks positioned along the roadside more closely. He reads through the temperature specifications on the equipment and makes his way toward the rear gate of United Rentals. Around him, trucks are in motion, forklifts are operating, and the environment reflects a typical, busy day in an industrial yard. The earlier interaction with the employee helped establish a calm and steady atmosphere that continued throughout this part of the visit. But as his attention turns toward the neighboring building, it becomes clear that the tone is about to change entirely.
So yeah, United Rentals, very pleasant chap there. Didn't tell me what I can and can't do and everything. Explained a little bit about the business. So yeah, that's fantastic. And they haven't even been there that long, have they? So what we'll do is we'll check the neighbours now, because I've noticed Grange Packaging and Distribution are right next door. Now it looks to be a bit dead, this site, but I thought I'd just have a little look anyway, because just as I say that, there was a truck being loaded or unloaded by the looks of things. But yeah, this is Grange Packaging and Distribution. Because what we can do, we'll probably be getting this in on the air shots anyway, because it's hard to just focus on United Rentals when you've got this bang slap next door. So I thought, if we have a quick look at this, we could probably put it on the drone footage as well, can't we? So yeah, Grange Packaging and Distribution. There's somebody in the distance there, either packing or unpacking the wagon. I can't seem to see what they're actually doing, whether he's packing or unpacking. I think they're doing it from the other side of the wagon. But on their website it says a specialist contract packing company. Grange has been a market leader for over 24 years, and it says specialist contract packing company in the UK, focused on providing cost-effective and innovative co-packing, co-filling and co-manufacturing solution. So today they are working with an increased number of food brands and entrepreneurs whilst expanding into various industries. So yes, this does sound interesting, as well as United Utilities. And interestingly, while we're looking at this,
He then shifts his focus to Range Packaging and Distribution, a contract packing company that has been operating for more than 20 years. This side feels noticeably quieter, with only a truck being loaded and little else visible from the outside. Even so, the auditor is already considering capturing both locations in his upcoming drone footage. Then, something unanticipated happens back at United Rentals. The tanks that were positioned along the roadway begin to be moved away, suggesting that the presence of the camera may have encouraged a bit of cleanup.
United Rentals have literally just brought a wagon round to move the tanks. So I wonder whether they're either worried about the way I'm going to portray the company, or whether or not they actually were having that shift around, or whether they're worried that I'm going to tamper with it or something like that. But yeah, they are shifting those tanks now back into their yard. So it does look like we have had some kind of impact today. So yeah, back to this place. There's not much going on really here, so what I'll do is I'll just get the drone over both, and we'll do Range Packaging and Distribution and United Rentals from the air. And the second tank has now gone into their yard, and there are no more tanks on the public highway. So, turn and nibble. So somebody's just shouting at me. I was just going to say on this. Can't hear ya! I can't hear ya! Somebody's just shouting at me now. Just saying, turn and nibble into a natter. It says on the side of that van there, look. So yes, turn and nibble into a natter. And it looks like we're about to have a natter here. We're about to have a natter here. So it's just windy, that's all. I can't hear you. Got to speak up a little bit.
Sorry?
It's just a bit windy, so you got to speak up. I can't really hear you.
What are you doing?
I'm literally just taking some pictures and some film of the building.
No, why? Why are you doing that?
All right, 'cause I'm just in the area today, just having a look at some of the businesses.
Why?
Just for me, it's just a personal reason that I just...
No, you can't do things like that, mate.
Why?
It's security.
As the tanks are moved back inside the yard, the auditor acknowledges it with a quiet smile. Moments later, a voice calls out from Range Packaging, and the atmosphere shifts almost instantly. An employee approaches, insisting that filming isn't allowed, describing the area as private property, and telling him to stop recording. Capturing footage from a public space is typically permitted, regardless of the buildings in view. However, this marks just the start of the reaction from that side of the estate. A director is contacted, claims of trespassing are raised, and one worker even warns that the police will be called over something that doesn't appear to be an offense. The difference between the two neighboring businesses is quickly becoming clear and difficult to overlook.
You can't do things like that. Film the building.
Why not?
Without permission. Without permission.
Without permission, why is that?
Because it's not your property, it's private property.
I'm-
And it's security. You can't do this. So can we turn it off?
Why can't I do that though?
Because
Yeah,
you're
you
not
see the
supposed to be doing a building. This is security. Kindly turn it off. Do not be filming anymore. Turn it off.
Why are you taking pictures?
He's been doing it all over here. And in here. I don't want him doing it.
Why don't?
So just let the person who needs to know.
Why?
So what are you talking about? So I've got two of you on me. You'll have to come over, mate. I can't hear you. Two people shouting at me now. Just let the person know. Needs to know I'm about to fly a drone over the top to get some aerial shots.
No. Just wait a minute. We'll get a director out.
But just tell him I'm going to fly a drone just to get some aerial.
You're not going to do anything till a director has been down to talk to you.
I'll tell you what. I'll wait until he comes then.
You wait here, please.
I will wait here until he comes.
No, she comes.
Is it a she? All right, excellent.
No right to be doing this. It's a security.
Security. Well, I think you're wrong.
Switch that off now.
Yeah, I think you're wrong.
No, I'm not wrong.
You're definitely wrong. You are
Wait till the director gets here.
Okay, I think she's getting the director. So in sharp contrast to their neighbours. So yeah, this lady's come out.
Why are you taking the pictures and filming outside?
I can't hear you, sorry, I can't hear you.
Why are you taking the picture and filming?
Because I've come here today to get a look at some of these buildings. I'm going to fly over with a drone. Are you the director?
No, I'm not. One of the directors just come down.
More employees from Rained Packaging begin to appear, and the instructions keep piling on. One person asks him to stay put until the director arrives, while another repeatedly demands that he stop recording altogether. The auditor remains composed and briefly mentions his plan to use a drone, which only heightens the unease. What stands out is that no one has identified any specific law being violated, yet the tone continues to intensify as though an offense has occurred. Meanwhile, the director is still nowhere to be seen.
I think this is the
Stop
private
filming, please.
premises.
You don't want to be filmed.
This is the private premises, so I'm not sure if you're allowed to even make a picture.
Yeah, oh, you're allowed to definitely. Private premises. It's just that I'm not on your premises, you see, so...
You're filming a public place. You're
I've-
filming a private premises.
I am filming
It's a
from public.
security risk. You do not want, you should ask first. You do not want this.
Just tell him I'm about to fly over and then he'll let you know that it should be alright.
Who are you belong to? What company? To fly over a
Oh,
place?
I'm not from a company or anything like
Yeah,
that.
well, you're not
So you're a
allowed to
private
do
person?
this.
Yeah, I'm a very private person, yeah. That's why I'm...
This is a manager.
Oh, is she the director or the manager?
Oh, this is a
One
manager.
of the
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, you'll get the director in a minute.
Yeah. She looks like a nice lady.
Filming the whole thing, he's filming it.
Are you the manager?
Yeah. Help you.
Yeah, I'm just literally. I've got these two people who've come out to talk today to see me when I'm just having a little look at the building to get some. Just for me, it's a personal reason that I'm doing, and then basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fly across now and get some aerial shots from my drone.
For what reason would you need to do that?
Okay, it's windy. You have to speak up.
What reason would you need to get aerial shots of our bit?
It's just for something that I'm doing.
For what?
Just for social media.
No. Take off.
And there the drone goes.
Why would you need to put shots of our building on social media?
It's just something I do. It's just so don't worry about it. Just literally just.
Can you stop filming for a minute while we're discussing?
Well, that's the thing, you see. I never stop the camera rolling just in case there's any allegations made or anything like that. Because I don't want to, you know.
Why would you need to put shots of our building on social media?
Can you turn that off? Because I don't want to be filmed. And that's something that
It's
I
not
don't
live.
want
It's
to
not
be.
live. It's not.
It doesn't matter.
After some delay, the director arrives and immediately asks why the filming is taking place. The auditor replies that his position on public ground capturing content for social media, but the explanation doesn't seem to satisfy. The director responds by stating the site is private property, then questions who he is affiliated with, and again asks him to stop recording. However, being on a public road and filming a building typically doesn't require approval from anyone. Despite that, the requests continue, and the next demand moves into a more serious direction.
I've a right to say I don't want to be filmed.
You've got a right to say you don't want to be filmed, yeah. What you're best off doing, love? What you're best off doing? If you don't want to be filmed, just walk away. Because you've come to me and said you don't want to be filmed. Do you know how silly that sounds? Are you the director, love?
Yeah, I am.
Excellent.
Okay. Can I ask you what you're actually doing? Because obviously, the minute you're trespassing,
No, I'm not. I'm not.
taking video footage of our site without permission.
Well, I'm not trespassing. I haven't been on your site. I promise you that.
But you're videoing obviously our premises.
Yes.
So you're invading our privacy. So I need to understand what it's for.
All right. No, I'm not invading your
What
privacy.
request? Well, you are. You're invading my personal privacy, not just my site now, because obviously I'm on camera.
It's not live. It's not live.
Right, but you put your video in. I need to know why you're videoing, because
well-
obviously we're going to have to take police action.
Well, at the
to
moment,
protect my staff.
yeah. Well, at the moment, I'm recording our conversation because in case there's any allegations made.
Yeah, no, I've got a problem with that, so I'm coming out asking you what you're actually
Yeah,
doing.
I'm just taking some ground footage
Right,
of the
if I can
building.
ask you to just stop filming, obviously, because I am going to call the police. Because obviously, at the minute, I need to understand and I need to protect everybody that's inside.
Okay, when you call the police, what are you going to tell them?
That you're obviously recording outside our premises without permission.
Is that a crime?
Well, yes.
It's-
I'm
what
protecting
crime
my
is
staff.
that?
I need
What-
to understand
yeah,
what you're
what
actually
law
doing.
am I breaking?
I'm not prepared to make any more comments. Obviously, we're going to obviously look into it.
Is that
But I'm
because you
asking
don't know
to
that
stop.
there's a law being broken?
It's what, sorry?
You
No,
said
I'm
I'm-
asking you to stop videoing.
that's
Obviously,
ask.
because I'm here to protect my staff.
You're asking,
Okay,
yes.
so, yes, I'm asking you to stop videoing. So if you're not, I'm going to walk away because I don't want to be on video at the end of the day.
At this point, the term trespassing is introduced, but the auditor responds firmly, making it clear he is not on their property. The situation escalates further with talk of involving the police, and when he directly asks whether recording is actually a crime, the reply he gets is no comment. Hearing that from a company director carries a different weight than it would in an interview setting. If no law has been broken, suggesting police involvement doesn't align with a measured or professional approach. Still, the auditor continues the interaction, and the situation is far from over.
Well, I'm politely declining. Please don't
No,
call the
that's fine.
police because
I'm going to call the police at the end of the day because I need to protect my staff and I need to understand what you're doing. You're not telling me what you're doing, so I'm going to
listen.
take
I'll tell you. I'll tell you this one thing, right? Yeah, what I am doing now is not illegal.
I'm not saying it is illegal.
Well, why
What
are you
I'm
gonna
saying
call
is
the police then?
I'm protecting my staff. So I'm actually doing the director's job by protecting.
Yeah.
Another member of staff has reported that you're obviously filming without their permission.
The best advice I could.
You're filming me without my permission. I'm asking you to stop. I've asked you several times now to stop. If not, I'm going to call the police.
The best advice I can give you is go back inside and keep
I'm not going to go back inside. I'm here to protect my side.
Go back inside.
I'm the director at the end of the day.
Go back inside. Mind your own business.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
I'm not going to mind my own business. I'm asking you to mind your own business. Obviously, don't film people without permission.
I've been studying filming, minding my own business
Right,
for about 15 minutes.
We've got police action. That's okay.
Okay, learn the law. Learn about photography and learn about drone flying, and then you won't embarrass yourself. And there we go. Got, so we've got the two ladies there. I mean, what a contrast. So we've got here United Rentals at this side. We did get somebody coming out actually, but he's gone back in. But the initial guy I spoke to here at United Rentals, absolutely fine with it. And then at this side, it's such a contrast that we don't have the people that know the relevant regulations and laws. Let's get the drone up and see what happens.
Take off.
And there the drone goes.
Another employee steps forward, telling the auditor he doesn't have permission to film. The reply is simple and direct. If someone doesn't want to be recorded, they can move out of view. It's a basic point, but it underscores an important reality. In public spaces, appearing in the background of someone's footage is generally part of being there, and the usual solution is to step away rather than demand filming stops. With that, the auditor brings a ground-level interaction to a close, and the stark difference between the two neighboring businesses is now clearly evident.
Please check it out the map.
And it's a bit windy now, but they are walking off back inside. I think this guy might have told them the crack, and they are heading back to work now. Guys, please like, subscribe and drop a comment. Do check if you are subscribed, because a lot of people think they are but they're not, so do check on that for me and subscribe to help me make more of these videos. But now it's time to say, time to fly.
In the end, two neighboring businesses on the same industrial estate respond in completely different ways to the same individual and his camera. The drone is eventually launched, the footage is captured, and the auditor leaves without any laws being breached. So what really stands out from the situation? First, the interaction at United Rentals shows how a calm and straightforward conversation can turn what might seem like a sensitive moment into a smooth and stress-free exchange. Second, describing someone as trespassing while they appear to be on a public road raises questions about how that term is being applied in context. And third, mentioning police action without clearly identifying any actual offense tend to undermine the strength of those claims rather than support them. The audience is invited to share their thoughts on which approach was handled better, and viewers are encouraged to subscribe for more content like this. The video closes with a reminder that it is intended for educational purposes only and not as legal guidance, with viewers advised to always verify local regulations.